Program director, thank you for the song, and DJ, VC and principal Prof. Makhalong in absentia, DVC teaching and learning Prof. Madadze, DVC research, innovations and partnerships Prof. Singh, our keynote speaker Prof. Linda Gibson, sponsors and also executive director Ms. Mapope, and the executive deans who are here, Prof. Mautu, and also Prof. Siweya, executive director, marketing and communication, Halingwani, Mr. Khomeswan. I've just learned how to call his praise name. He said to me, no, it's not said like that. He is Halingwani. Then I wanted to make sure I've done the correct thing. Then all protocol observed. Prof. Madaje have already mentioned names of people. I won't repeat. The purpose of the event is to appreciate all of you for making our research days to be a success. That's the main purpose of this evening. Additionally, we are going to award a few people who presented during these 2 days, basically because we cannot award everyone who presented, but know that you have presented well. The main reason is that you are aware that there is, or we have financial constraints as a country, and University of Limpopo, as you know us, we want to use money wisely. Therefore, we can't buy or we cannot award everyone, but just a few people. And the main purpose is to just sit down, enjoy dinner together.
Jockey. At some point we didn't know what DJ meant until someone was asked, what does the word DJ mean? And we always correctly pronounce Mr. DJ. And Prof. Madaje has made a challenge on someone who's going to dance better than him and promise he's going to give him something. Now, I don't want to risk myself, but I'm going to ask if there's anyone who can tell me what the word DJ in relation to what we do mean. It's not research. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not research, it's just a normal word. So ladies and gentlemen, we heard why we are here, and it was not my place to tell. Even if I knew, if I were to tell, do you get what that means? Yes. So elders will do what they're supposed to do. Children can't do what elders are supposed to do. So thank you, Prof. Mutiba, for telling everyone why we are here. I think by now we are ready. Now we know why we are here. And I think we should rejoice. Right? Right. All right. So it is that time when we are going to have someone to speak to us, and then we'll rejoice after. I'll give you time, and then I'm not having any awards, but you know, any good thing is supposed to be rewarded even by words. So without any further ado, I would like to welcome a person who's going to introduce the keynote speaker, And that person is none other than Miss Lorato Sekwati. Miss Lorato, ki kopa le mo emiseng ka pina, ka mo lata ya no.
Good evening. Laibona Health Faculty of Health Science. Yadibusa. That we know all over Yadibusa. I would like to acknowledge our leadership and all esteemed guests. And my duty this evening is very short and easy: to introduce a young, inspiring, dynamic woman, Miss Onesimo Nkumbuzi. She's an admitted attorney of the High Court of South Africa and hails from the Eastern Cape. She was born and bred there. So we are Teta. She's well experienced and has a lot of experience in commercial law, civil law, notarial law, and medical legal law. She holds various positions in law forums and associations. And as a way of giving back to the communities, she is heavily involved in rural programs for social justice and development, including extra classes for those candidates that would like to or that are preparing for their board exams. So she is taking care of the young attorneys that are exams. She has healthcare professionals with tools and advices regarding medical negligence, a seemingly new pandemic in South Africa that costs billions of rands and costing patients their lives at times. And we know how the medical aids are. You can pay every month, but there are times when you are supposed to get paid as a medical practitioner or in the health industry, and they do not want to pay. And we get into certain aspects when we fall into traps, but she is now taking care of those fall into traps.
Good evening to the Vice Chancellor, to the professors, and to the medical department at large. Since I'm not from here, I'm going to remain with the all protocol observed. I thank you very much for the introduction. As you can see, I'm vertically challenged. I'm trying to speak here, but it's more on the side. Thank you. We can't be gifted in all departments. So this is one of them, so I accept. Thank you very much for some of the things said about me. I was not even aware, because all I'm doing is I'm trying to do what I can with the little that I have. As it's already been said that I am coming from the Eastern Cape, and we know that the Eastern Cape is one of the rural areas And we may have seen in the news that it has the highest cases of medical negligence. So one, in as much as I'm a legal practitioner, usually we hear when our government speaks, when they speak of legal practitioners, they're thinking that we are trying to milk them. But that's not what we are doing. All we are doing, we're trying for them to follow the procedures and to follow the law. We don't take pride when we have to sue on daily basis for millions, because in as much as we sue for millions, we get what is due to us, but at the end of the day, someone is suffering. So surely we can't take pride in enjoying our money from people's sufferings. So that is why it is my pleasure that I've taken it upon myself to equip those who may need as far as negligence. It takes place when the medical practitioner is treating maybe a patient, and obviously as a medical practitioner, be it a doctor, a dentist, and all of those who are in the medical field, diligence and care that is expected of them. For instance, it cannot be that when a woman walks into the room and they are crying of they are about to be in labor and they remain, the number of medical negligent cases that are there based on stillbirths or bed deformity that may have happened when the baby was delivered. I'm going to shorten it because I will not be so familiar with the legal terms, what is usually called CP, which is those highest claims that we usually see, especially in the Eastern Cape and here. And obviously, on the legal side of things, when the patient walks into a medical room, in as much as they do not really sign anything, what usually happens there is that there's a comes in. You find that a pregnant woman walked in 7 hours ago and they're 9 months pregnant, but they are only attended on the hour 12 when they're in the hospital. And obviously it's acknowledged that it's not all the time that the medical practitioner will be able to treat the patient. There are those times that they may have tried everything within their care and skill, but it was just maybe a little too late, or there are some other underlying conditions that may not have been foreseen. And it is on those bases that even the Department of Health has acknowledged that they have a challenge. And the challenge is one that has to do with not having enough personnel, and some of which medical records, they go missing. And what we usually do on our side as a legal team, before we are able to sue, we have to request those records so that we satisfy ourselves that indeed there has been medical negligence. So one of the advices that I would have is that when you receive the request from the legal practitioners, that should not be ignored, because everything, when it's done, it has time frames within which it should be replied to. And it is then that the time when they've lapsed, no one has replied, we end up going to court, of which those are the things that could be prevented. Thank you. Sorry about that. As I was still saying that you must be able to reply within the time frames that are stipulated. So when you receive a letter, be it from whichever law firm, you must be able to reply to request those medical records. And at times, what we have seen to be the issue is that in as much as the departments or the hospitals want to reply to our requests, they end up saying that we are not in possession of those records. They've gone missing, or we don't know where they are. And if you don't know where they are, they're not going to be able to prove or disprove that there was no medical negligence. I'm just looking here because I've seen that in the year 2022, just Limpopo alone, it has spent over, I'm trying to look at the figure here, but it was over 2 billion that it has been spent on medical claims alone. Medical claims alone. And if you look at that, the budget that has been given the province for as far as the medical health was given, it was just about 6 billion. And if you look at the 6 billion, obviously there are salaries that must be paid there, and already over 2 billion will be spent on the medical claims alone, of which it's something that could have been avoided. As I said, I'm coming from the Eastern Cape, which is the rural areas. Again, in 2022, it was number 1 with the highest medical claims. Limpopo being number 2, and number 3 being KZN. And I see the figures here. In 2022, Limpopo's Department of Health faced over 14 billion. It was 14 billion, not 2 billion. So already you can see the challenges that are there. And you cannot separate the health issues with the economic issues, because when one is with ill health, obviously they will not be able to work or provide for themselves, and they're going to end up being sick and coming back to the same hospital that does not have money. And again, 2022, 2023, Northern Cape, it faced over 2.1 billion as well in the medical negligence claims. The Minister of Health has acknowledged recently that indeed there is a problem as far as the Department of Health is concerned. One of the issues that he has highlighted is that keeping. I was sitting yesterday listening to and I took some notes there. And indeed it was said when the papers presented, Professor, when was speaking here, he said, the nice thing about the research is that there's a problem that is given, and at the end of the day, there has to be a solution provided. And many speakers, when they were talking there, they were talking of the remote areas where they have no access, whether be it to the internet, or to even know how to go to the hospital if they have got issues. And they also spoke of obesity and spoke of diabetes would be avoided. For instance, I'm a lawyer running my own practice, and I'm also a legal director with Aflumed, which is an electronic health record tech company. In trying to assist the Department of Health, what we have done at Aflumed is to build a portal that allows a doctor wherever they are, when they're in South Africa, be it you are in Cape Town, you are in KZN, you're in the Eastern Cape, you are in Limpopo, you have one record there's one electronic health record for all patients. What I mean by that is, if I'm in the Eastern Cape, and I see a doctor in the Eastern Cape who uses Aflumed in their portal that is called Health Space, they'll be able to see all my medical history. And when I come to Limpopo again, when I'm using the doctor who has access to that Aflumed portal that is called Health Space, they'll be able again to see all my records there, so that what it avoids, for instance, I may have been in the hospital in the previous month for something else, and I may have been given a treatment only to fall sick on month 3. And I may be thinking it's something new, only to find that I may be reacting to the treatment that was given to me a month ago. So obviously, if the patient has one record system for their health, they'll be able to see if I'm here and I was treated in the previous doctor, so that they are able to administer and trace their records, so that they make sure that their meals, which is of importance, they are followed, the treatment, they follow it, everything. So if there were to be those relations between the Department of Health, when the records are easily available, you are able to see if one was treated by a neurosurgeon for something else, and something else comes, maybe they're required to be treated by oncologist or whichever kind of medical practitioner, all that information would be available. Obviously, we are aware of what is called POPI Act, because others may be thinking, what happens in that information? Obviously, there is nothing that does not have the disadvantages. But the beauty of having electronic health record is that whenever it is requested, it would even reduce the number of claims. Whenever the file is requested, you are able to pull that information for the patient, and you easily give it away to the legal practitioner. Surely when we have those records, there would be no basis for us to sue. And sometimes, I will speak for myself, when I'm coming from a doctor and there's been, be it a prescription or something else, I cannot make out what is written there. I cannot. But for some reason, the pharmacists are able to read that. They do, they really do. So imagine now the number of claims and the number of money that is spent, because as a legal practitioner, when I receive that information, the first thing that I do, I will take it to another doctor to read it for me and interpret it for me. And at the end of the day, when the claim is settled in favor of the client, that money, it has to be recovered from the Department of Health. So you can see that this could have been, it could have been prevented if there was a portal where you just simply save other hospital for something else, the same information is pulled out, then they are able to see that they were treated for this. And obviously, as medical practitioners, they know that if you've suffered for something else and you're suffering from another, they know what kind of treatment that should be given to you. So the advisory that we also have, it would include having to advise the hospitals on how to combat these claims from occurring. And when they do occur, how they can defend themselves. Obviously, the last thing that we need to do is for those matters to end up in court. There's something that is called the manual of the Department of Health, because I think each province has a different one. So what we do, we advise them on how to compile it and how to respond when they receive things and how to properly keep their records. Because losing their records is one of the issues that is frowned upon even by our courts. I will reiterate that obviously when there are no records, you are not able to prove and you are not able to prove that you may have acted in a professional manner, and indeed there's nothing that we could have done for the patient. But the fact that when we request the records, they are not available, it's something that one would simply assume that maybe there is something that is there in the file, they rather not tell it to us. So already you can, this century, at least we should not still be fighting those battles of medical negligence, whereas now we are also on the time of, our advices would be involve legal practitioners, involve any electronic health record company, because that is for your own safety. Thank you very much.
To change a career towards that, because I think I'm going to get rich soon. What our speaker forgot to tell us is which categories of healthcare workers are mostly sued, and are dietitians in the queue or not? With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause for such a wonderful presentation. I'm sure we know now what we are doing wrong, and we should go and rectify it. I know we have got School of Health Care Sciences and School of Medicine in the room, and I'm not segregating the guests. At one point I was tempted to say, in the student category, which department has presented more? And I'm tempted now to ask, from medical sciences, can students raise hands so we can see how many are they who presented in this research day? Medical sciences? Let's give them a round of applause. Medical science round level. There is a mother of all professions that I'll come to it later. After medical science, I'm tempted to ask, is there any pharmacy student who presented yesterday or today? Can we see by raise of hand? Pharmacy? These ones only read prescriptions. So they are good at reading doctors' handwriting. Okay, pharmacy, we see you're not here. Where are you? Oh yeah, let's give them a round of applause. Have you presented? Okay, they will present from next year. Prof and Lotto, maybe you should start pulling them in. Mighty Department of Human Nutrition and Dietetics. Can we see by raise of hands? Yes, they are there. Thank you so much. I'm not being biased. I'm just taught that Department of Human Nutrition and Dietetics has got a prefix mighty before they call it. Now we have the mother of all professions, nursing sciences. Can we see how many presented from nursing science? Oh yeah, okay. They are still leading the way. Maybe it's because they have many numbers. Even the quota allows them to take 70 and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is that time that made us come here. Presentation of awards. And I would like to have the following people come on stage for the presentation of awards. The first person is our very own Executive Dean, Professor Mutiba. Please lead the way. Professor Jessica Singh, DVC, Research, Innovation and Partnerships. Professor Richard Madaje, a representative from Aflumed, and a representative from Cecil Nurse. I'm trying to be coconut. A representative from Cecil Nurse. please come on stage. Thank you very much. Yes, before they start giving, I'm not sure if I see Professor Suweya is sitting down, and I'm tempted to check if there are any dance moves here on stage. But ke batho ba bagolo. Elders are not gonna dance. Don't worry, Professor Singh. We're not gonna let you dance. The awards that we are having, the awards that we came here for, the awards that we are all waiting to uncle. So in the undergraduate category, these people that I'm going to call their names will receive a certificate, 800 of healthcare sciences. Give them a round of applause. And most of them will also receive a pin board provided by Cecil Nurse. Let's give that a round of applause. I'm not sure, Mr. Program Director, Mr. DJ, if I should remove this, because I see I'm bending and my age is getting closer to the elders, as you can see. Thank you very much. So this bending over is not really that healthy for me. I know aerobics do that most of the time, but not good for me. So we're going to have categories of awards, and the first category will go to undergraduate, and the first category will be postgraduate. Now, on the undergraduate, oral, first place. Who's going to receive certificate 800 security plus pin board? Let's appreciate Silombo MB. Silombo MP, please come on stage to receive your award. A round of applause again. And again. And again. Please pause for the picture. Maybe I should also get closer. Let's give them a round of applause more and more until he leaves the stage. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Silombo. Well done. The second, they're still taking some pictures. Still taking some pictures. I'm in the undergraduate. Very undergraduate, so I'm going to stand too far. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is Lombo. It's a privilege to touch the hands of the elders, the ones you only see in the graduation book. So you've done so well for yourself. Let's give him a round of applause again. Sometimes we like to leave the caviar for a bit later, but today I started with first prize and then I'm going to the second prize. Undergraduate second prize will go to Mulomo JK from the mighty department of something. I can see the HOD is very happy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So Mulomo and other students can see that. Please come to the stage for the picture. This is the partner. They actually did it together. So Moemele Tengwaneshu. Please don't leave him behind. Yes. Yeah, you both worked hard on that. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And there were 2 first places in the undergraduate category. There were 2 first places in the undergraduate category, and the other one was supposed to come and present and get the certificate and all. But today, that person is not there, right? So we're not going to call their name. So you can give them a round of applause in absentia. Yes. And now, we go into the postgraduate oral presentations. And in that order, I first started with the first prize. Now I'm tempted. I want to save the caviar for a bit later. The second prize under postgraduate will go to Kapu KG. Please come on stage. There's 2 first places, and I'm going to start with postgraduate first place oral, and that goes to Mohatsana ZQ. Mohatsana ZQ. A round of applause again for Toli. Thank you very much. Those were the postgraduate and undergraduate. Now we come to the staff members of the University of Limpopo. There is oral, there is second oral. And under oral, the staff members, the one who's getting this second prize award is Oko F. Oko, please come on stage. Give him a round of applause until he ascends the stage. Yes, well done. This. Yes, he is wearing a suit like mine, so he should win. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And the first prize under staff members of the university goes to the person who's normally quiet, crunches the numbers, and people call him, he doesn't answer the phone. This person, I'm not going to call his name now, Mr. Mpikhwana MP, is going to win a certificate, 2,500 from faculty, and is also getting a chair from Cecil Nurse Board. Oh, okay. Maybe I should sit on his chair instead. So, there is another first prize. Just when you think I don't have things, another first prize under staff category goes to Modiba RS. Modiba RS. Oh, she's here. She's here. She never actually thought it was her. Okay, well done, ma'am. Yeah, just applaud her until she leaves the stage. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The winners, our entourage, you can leave the stage. Let's give them a round of applause. Yes. That was a touchy moment. And I know sometimes when you least expect it and they call your name, it's like you're not sure if you should come to the stage or just sit there, someone receive it on your behalf. Thank you very much to all those who won the prizes. And I'm sure all of you are hungry now. And you are wondering why I skipped as we dine, the main course. And I think it is time that we push it next to the end stage. And I'm wondering why Mr. DJ is not singing anything for me, because I've always been on stage since the beginning. We are going to receive now a congratulatory message from DVC Research, Innovation and Partnership, Dr. Jessica Singh. Please welcome her on stage. Don't expect her to dance. Just allow her to come.
Thank you very much, Program Director, and a very good evening to you all. I'm assuming you're having a good time. That's great. Now that we're going to have all the ceremonial stuff out of the way, then you can come here and do your thing. Youngsters, you as well. I know Prof. Madaji promised you that he's going to enroll for medicine next year. So apparently I'm going to enroll for optometry. Okay, so my task is an honorable one today, and that is to pass a word of congratulations to a lot of people in this room. Let me start with the people who have presented at the last 2 days in terms of the research days. Congratulations to you. As Prof. Madaji mentioned, it's not very easy to come and stand in front of people and talk, and more importantly, talk like you know what you're talking about. So you have done a lot of research, and well done to you. On behalf of the management of the university, together with the Vice Chancellor and Principal and our team, many of them are here today, we want to say congratulations to you, and also to your supervisors, who are also working alongside you and sometimes behind you, putting some fire behind you, and the excellent work that you are doing is showing. So our first congratulatory message is to everyone who presented, both staff and postgrad and undergrad students. And we'd also like to say congratulations to the winners today. Well done to you. It's not easy to arise above everyone else, especially when you're nervous, etc. So well done to you. Congratulations. And we also want to thank our sponsors for the cash prizes and also the lovely prizes. I would like to own that chair. So thank you so much to our sponsors for coming to the faculty and also not only participating but also sponsoring as well. So we really appreciate that. And so congratulations to all those of you who have achieved and received prizes today. Our staff members, well done, Prof. You all are doing well there. So we also want to say to the faculty, Prof. Mutiba, we want to congratulate you and the team. As the Executive Dean, the head of the faculty, together with the directors of your schools. I saw Prof. Baloy there, and also the heads of departments, and together with the organizing committee, I think Prof. Madiba, we want to acknowledge and congratulate you as well for putting together the research days. And also, it's not easy to organize the event, so well done to the team who've gotten together to put that event. You know, it takes a lot of hard work behind the scenes, so that's why we are acknowledging you today and the team that have been working. And I know mine is to congratulate, but I also like to appreciate all the people who are here today. You are enjoying the awards gala dinner, and we don't like to stand between you and food. So thank you to everyone who's contributed, and it's time for us to let down our hair, eat well and dance well. So all the best to you for the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kiko winner today. I just have two legs. Sometimes when you go this way, you remember that you forgot the left hand at home. I'm not gonna say much. It is that time when we are getting closer to food, And I see the time that was given to me in suggestion was that maybe if you could end the program around 8:30. And yeah, I think I haven't talked much, Prof. Madiba, and Felicity has got a prize for me, yeah, for doing well on time. Thank you very much. Now we are going to call upon a vote of thanks, a person who's going to do vote of thanks on behalf of everyone. I don't know if Prof. Madiba can dance, so I'm looking at these people in Prof. Madiba dance. So, Prof. Madiba, you look like a dancer. So let's give a round of applause for Professor Madiba, a research professor in the Faculty of Healthcare Sciences. A round of applause and music. Emanyana DJ, Emanyana, please wait. I'm not gonna say Prof. Madiba should dance. Prof. Madiba, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I dance only to songs Satina Tena. Thank you, Ntate Makwela. And I have a very easy job because indeed I would definitely like to thank everybody for a work well done. Before I even begin to say thank you, I would like to acknowledge our executives, Prof. Mahlomo Halong in absentia, Professor Richard Madaje, is it correct? Madaje. Professor Jessica Singh, you are always there, Professor Singh. It's like you are part of the faculty. Our executive dean, Professor Mewarena in the faculty, Professor Motiba. But I would also like to acknowledge Professor Siweya, the executive dean. Yeah. Faculty working, Professor. And Mewarina Omo O Sunshine, Mewarina Hape, Executive Dean, Professor Mautu, kwa batho ba le ba ba ratang batho ba di social sciences, le ba ba re rutang education, ra leboga. I will also acknowledge all the executive directors. I saw Dr. Ngwepe, I saw Ntate Khomieswane, I saw Mewarina Wakwe Library, and all other executives. I'm greeting you this evening. My work is easy, and all other HODs, colleagues, students, researchers, I greet you. As I said, my job is easy because indeed I would like to give a vote of thanks for a job well done by a number of people. I want to thank each and every person that is here today. I would like to thank all the presenters that made the day successful, the 2 days a success. I would like to thank the supervisors. I'm sure we cannot be here without them. The supervisors for a job well done. And I would like to acknowledge and thank our guest speakers, Professor Linda. Thank you very much. And I would like to also acknowledge and thank our evening keynote speaker, Unesipho or Unesipe. Unesipho, Unesimo, a beautiful name. Thank you very much for being here. We would like to call Professor Linda to appreciate you. Can you please come?
You must try to ignore that it means more than that. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
I didn't think they can do that to me. I was taking a chance. Professor, we would like to thank you very much for being here all the way from the UK. You lost your luggage and all the things, but you got your luggage back. We'd like to say thank you very much for being here. We learned a lot from you, and we have taken a lot home from your presentation, and being there for the full 2 days. This is a token of our appreciation for you. Thank you. I was taking a chance. I didn't know that they have Tina Turner here. Maybe let's try, I'm a private dancer. I would also like to call our guest speaker, Unesimo, to appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yabona singabashayeli. Okay, thank you so much for being here tonight and gracing our occasion. We have taken a lot from you, and we believe that as healthcare practitioners, we shouldn't actually have you here. We shouldn't be sued. We shouldn't be protecting ourselves, but we should do our work as practitioners and give them, our patients, the best of care. But thank you so much. Siyabonga sisi. Enkosi. I would also like to extend our vote of thanks to other people. I would like to call the organizing committee to come and join me here. But I would also like to call all the colleagues that shared all our sessions. The session chairs can also come and join me, please. Colleagues, organizing committee.
Namela udeli mboko Varedi uyagamada This Sambaye dibuya Limpopo Bathu mufuna ubumnandi Gibela uze Limpopo Siyawa siyaphenduka Ngekho zogoduka Sonke silala Gibela uze Limpopo Siyawa zaphenduka Ngekho zogoduka Sonke silala.
Thank you. This is the team that worked very hard for us you can see that's why I don't dance. This is a team that worked very hard for us to be able to pull together the 2 days and also this evening. And we appreciate them as a faculty. We say thank you very much for working hard and for being a powerful team. And I think we should invite our executive dean to join us. The space for you, Madam Dean. And the Madam Dean would love a song. Bari khona faculty song, please. Thank you. We'll also like to thank the media. We'd like to thank marketing. We'd like to thank the caterers. And we'd like to thank the people who kept our hall clean during the 2 days of the conference. And we'd like to thank our program director. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Madiba. Okare le ka busha Tina Turner. So Prof Madiba can show the moves. It was hot. It was really hot. You know, occasions like this should happen more often. Prof. Matebula has been doing some moves I've never seen before, and I think I need to replace Professor Siweya with Professor Matebula for his dance moves. Mr. Choma has been doing things I've never seen him doing before, so I'm thinking, Professor Mutiba, maybe we should have faculty research weeks twice a month so that we can see more of the dance moves that we've seen today. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to also take this opportunity to thank all of you. You are very beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. Nicely dressed. Some smiles I've never seen before. Today they emerged, you know, because of research days. Prof. Mutiba, please, nagana ka rena hle. Twice a year. You are nicely dressed, and some of you have won prizes. And I'm happy for all of you for being here. So without further ado, I would like to take this opportunity to ask all the winners. That is a request from people by media. Or while we are eating, please come here so they can have your group photo. Right, media? Yes, they confirm. While we are eating, they come. And I'm going to descend the stage. And Kitlo Kopela, Miss Mathieu, Felicity, Atorobo Chakatabacha Dijo. Miss Mathieu is going to tell us about how we're going to follow each other to have a dine as we work. Thank you very much for me. Please give me a round of applause for being on stage. Yes, for the first and last time this year. Research faculty. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Makwela. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we're going to move in order for us to partake in what has been prepared for us. I will first ask our elders to go and get their plates. The rest of us, we should remain seated. We will be guided on how to go and collect food from the stations. Please let us have order. The food is enough for everyone. We should not fight. So I will start with the table where I will start with the table where Prof. Mutiba and the DVCs are sitting. They should be the first ones to go and dine, while the rest of us remain seated, and we will guide you on how to do it. Thank you.